jam-packed weekend in Toronto. Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Talitha. I'm Travis. It's Friday for the second time this week. And it is,
It's Friday for the second time this week for me.
It was like Saturday all day yesterday. It was all sorts of crazy for me. Anyways, but now it is officially the Friday of the week. And it looks like we're starting it out with an Uso from the penitentiary. The Jey Uso. Why is he on SmackDown? The world may never know. Maybe he's going to get back with Jimmy. Because Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care.
Is he not supposed to be on SmackDown?
He's never been on SmackDown.
Anyways, this is a go-home show for SmackDown because the Money in the Bank pay-per-view is this weekend, everybody, in Toronto, Canada.
Yeah,
that place.
Canada.
So, in Canada. And that's where they are tonight for all the matches that are happening. Tomorrow at a normal pay-per-view scheduling of nighttime. That would be 8 p.m. Eastern time, unless you want to watch their before-the-scenes shit. And that stuff will be on an hour earlier.
7 p.m. Eastern.
We will not be here until the 8 p.m.
Yeah,
Eastern,
I ain't doing
though.
no pre-show.
All right, we've got people in the chat. We have Sophie with us, P-Cola, and that's it for right now. We won't have Walter tonight because he's going to go see a movie.
Did he say which one?
I don't remember. He probably did, but I don't remember. Sophie said, "Hi, Gabbers. How was your 4th of July yesterday?" It was a day of days.
It was
good.
the longest, shortest day ever.
That's true.
That culminated in nothing.
It kind
Except
of
for
did.
a dog that barked at every noise that was.
Loud poppy noises. At least he wasn't all stressed out and weird, though.
No, he wasn't scared.
He wasn't scared, but he was like, "What the fuck is that shit?"
He was B-O-U-T-I-T, B-O-U-T-I-T.
Anyways, Sophie Picola says, "Oh, behave." And Sophie says, "I saw a little bit of the Money in the Bank kickoff event that happened a couple hours ago."
He just called himself main event, Jays.
Trish Stratus, I guess, is the official host of Money in the Bank. They announced that. Jey Uso on SmackDown, and the new Bloodline is there. This is a way for them to bring Jey into the Bloodline storyline.
Yeah, they need to get him in it quick.
I don't know. I feel like they should just not. The Bloodline should just disappear. Picola says, "Is it Friday already?" Yeah, it is.
It's been known to be.
Picola says, "Nah, to something." And Sophie says, "Wasn't the Usos allowed to be in Canada for a while?" No.
Yeah, he just said, "Thank you for letting me in." L.A. Connecticut.
According to
It's also
Sophie,
a
you're wrong. The
GC
pay-per-view starts at 7 p.m. The pre-show starts at 5 for 2 hours. Oh, are they starting it an hour early than they normally do?
Nothing I read, but we'll see. It'll advertise it 15 times. So
They might tell us tonight.
there is a wrestling event on right now called GCW. It's going to be headlined by one of the greatest wrestlers in the history of the sport.
And Picola knows exactly who it is because he hopes that this person headlines and main events everything.
Yes.
So
It's his favorite wrestler.
Picola will know for sure. Picola's like, that pre-show is for the marks. Sophie says, "My dog was scared of the fireworks." Most of them are. Picola also says, "I tried, almost slept through it, unsuccessfully though."
Oh god, that was terrible.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'm not sure how those affect you. If it gives you PTSD. With fireworks and stuff.
Let me talk to you.
Sophie's like, yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Well, cool. Well, we'll definitely know for sure. Neat. Oh my. Huh. Ooh, a year ago.
Just a year ago. Yeah, it says 5 p.m. Eastern. That's great. Or 7 p.m. Eastern.
Well, there you go. Sophie is correct and knows the answers.
That's dumb.
So now our day's even shorter.
That means they're going to do a 4-hour show with 5 matches.
Well, it's Money in the Bank. You know, those are going to be so long. Can I have those things? Good job. Don't get lost in the sauce. Whatever that sauce is.
Coolio.
Piccolo says, ooh, green cheese wrestling. Green cheese? What? Like rotten cheese?
Yeah, it's GCW, Green Cheese Wrestling.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's what we're watching right here. I don't know who these guys are.
Yeah, but who is the guy, Piccola, that is going to be the one who's main eventing it? You know him. You love him. You mention him on a nightly basis sometimes. Sophie says, they said to the crowd at the kickoff, everybody in the audience should be wearing white for a complete white out. Ravi is now in the chat. Hey, Ravi, good to see you tonight. It says, what up, you morons? And Piccolo says, oh, great, we're in the 6th. Piccolo says, Ravi, you crack whore. LOL, LOL, LOL.
He just landed on those guys' legs.
They're probably broken now, forever.
Who's this guy?
Oh,
fuck.
This is that moron guy. Brandon Stevens in the chat says, hey, wrestling girlfriend. Hey, Brandon. Piccolo says, pretty sure Mello is still shorter even on a tall ladder.
All right.
That's true. He probably is.
He'll
He's
need
going to have to get the
two-step
tallest
ladders.
of the tallest. Piccolo's like, I do. And Piccolo's like, oh, you had me curious. Now you have my attention. Dude, it's so funny because I don't know what other hints I can give you. So no matter what, if there is like, we are talking about something, whether it's an AEW
Who do we want
or
to main event WrestleMania next year?
WWE, no matter what, whichever one it is,
Oh, thank God they cut him off quick.
you talk about this particular guy, that he should be the one and only, that should main event everything. Robbie says, what's the yakking about in the ring? It's Money in the Bank go home show shit, bud. Vlad is in the chat. Hello, Vlad. Good to see you. People inhales. Ooh, it's my boy.
Yep.
Yes, the goat, Joey Janela.
It is, Joey.
It is, too. Travis sent it to me. We had a really good laugh about it today. And I was like, oh, my God. People is going to be so excited. It's like I can't even type. I'm so damn excited. Oh, boy. That's funny. Hey, it's Evan. We haven't seen you in a bit. Thanks for coming in. Fuck, that's the only thing he ever says. Bravo, my man. Thanks for coming in. Saying hi for a second. Sophie says with 5 matches and early pay-per-view start time, the pay-per-view could end at 11 or before that.
That would be super nice if they ended it early. They gave Andrade team my time. He can't speak.
It's fine. I'd rather listen to him than that Carmelo Hayes guy, so I'm good. Sophie says, you're still wearing that CM Punk bracelet. And people's like, oh, he fought the Invisible Man before. I bet it was probably good.
Did he fight it to a draw?
It's probably almost as good as what's-his-face.
With the blow-up doll?
With the blow-up doll.
Have you ever watched him wrestle that little girl? That one's pretty good, too.
Robbie says Andrade is going to win the Money in the Bank. Sophie says Damian versus Seth is a confirmed main event for tomorrow's pay-per-view.
Good. Because somebody's going to win Money in the Bank. And somebody hopefully will cash in. Is Triple H going to give Carmelo the championship right out of the gate like he did with, what's her name?
What's her name?
Io Sky.
Ooh. People was like, yes, I have seen all the DDT Omega matches. Like the true mark I am. CM Punk. Oh God, why are you running away?
the Commonwealth. It's not even a family. It's a dog and a wife.
That's the only family he has. I think he's shooting blanks. And he can't get AJ Lee Prego. He's not even a man.
Either that or she's barren.
I would never put that on her. I'm pretty sure it's the other one.
It's not a man.
I'm pretty sure it's him. He's the Baron.
He's not a man.
He's not a man. He's not a man.
Allegedly. Trust me, bro told me.
El idiot.
El idiot. Look how he's laying on the ropes.
Right. Ooh, it's CM Punk time. The audience says. So it says, I'm not surprised they have these Raw guys on SmackDown since this is the final episode before the pay-per-view. Robbie said CM Punk. Bale's like, oh, who's out in the corner? I almost forgot Andrade even wrestles. And Vlad is saying things. Thanks for being here, Vlad.
It's hot.
And you'll always look up. Oh.
Did he just say you're going to be looking down at me when I'm up on the ladder?
Yeah, he's retarded.
He's not very smart, is he?
No, he's not.
Dun, 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 dun.
He's so embarrassed. He's like, I don't know how. He's like, I'm overwhelmed out here in the ring with all these somebodies,
Like
and I'm
talented.
a nobody.
He's just another Ricochet.
I wouldn't even give him that much. I really wouldn't. I think Ricochet was a little bit better. Andrade's like, I'll kick your asshole. So if it says with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, I expect a lot of interference from a lot of people tomorrow night. Pickle says, how many yeet yeah chants will we hear tomorrow night in the 6?
Who knows?
I don't know.
More than 3.
At least 12.
I got to sign up for that DraftKings, and then I can look at what they do for their bets and stuff. I don't have to do them. Should sign up for them. Uh-oh, they must be swearing or showing their boobies or something.
My God. Keep doing it, Fox. Fuck you.
I think WWE does it on purpose to sell their, because they didn't used to do this. Neither, like on USA or Fox when it first, like even last year. So I don't think it's Fox and I don't think it's USA. What I think it is WWE's doing it so that people will watch it on Netflix because they're telling everybody that it's not going to be censored.
They don't do it on Raw that much, though. Just
they don't do the blackout, but they cut the...
Well, they cut the words. I get it.
They used to, though. That's what I'm getting at. And on TBS...
They've always cut shit.
Right, but on TBS they don't. That's why I'm saying I think it's WWE doing it, not the networks. And it's to push their Netflix agenda, which makes sense. It's fine. But like people are already sick of Fox. They're like, Fox needs to go, and it's like, I don't think it's Fox. So is Redmond just the SmackDown girl then now?
I don't know, maybe.
Toasty Marshmallow is done.
So if it says like the Wyatt Six could somehow play a role in Chad not winning, CM Punk could cost Drew the Bloodline, could cost Jay, and Robbie says 12, that's a lot. Piccola says the clone of Gable, remember he dead. He dead.
Oh, Chelsea, hello.
Ferocious little frittata. She's so funny.
Chelsea better win that. Hopefully they don't drop the ball on that one. I wonder what her husband's tweeting right now. He always tweets something when he sees her on there and she looks like that. That's who I have sex with at night. He always says, yeah, like weird shit.
It's like, I mean, I get being immature because, you know, she is who she, you know, what she looks like. But that's just fucking weird.
It
like,
is.
that's just, like, come on, guy. Like, let her, I don't know.
Uh-oh. Is that a girl? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Spear from a girl.
Wow.
It might be a dude, though. You got to be careful. Uh-oh. Street Profits going one-on-one with Pretty Deadly.
Oh, that's just fucking lame-o. It's like really, really backyard wrestling.
It is.
But they're trying to make it not backyard wrestling, but it really is. They're like, no, really, we have a really nice ring. And people watching.
We built that.
They paid money to come see this.
Seriously, all 100 of them. Look at that. There's 3 rows. And I think those fans are up on the, like a stage.
Yeah.
These tickets cost me $15 a piece. I'd go to one of these in a fucking heartbeat, though. Jody Threat. Or Treat. Jody Treat.
Threat.
Was it Threat?
It was THREAT, Threat.
She's a wild one. I don't know if you could tame her.
Oh my god, it's so creepy.
We should do play-by-play for that. It'll be a lot funner. You guys all turn it to GCW. We're going to do play-by-play on that one. Because I have no idea who these people are or what. So they're all going to have new names. And
So he's like, I think I tried signing up for DraftKings before. Pico says, I did for foosball. Flip Cup. DraftKings sent me 75 cents. Nice, Pico. So he says, but SmackDown will be moved to USA Network in a couple months, and at this point, Fox doesn't care. Pico says, who? Chelsea and Piper beating up my baby mama? Hands off my woman. Whoa. And Robbie's like, LOL, the Mean Girls segment. And Sophie says, Pretty Deadly, haven't wrestled on TV in a while. Pico says, I'm going to flip to another channel. Tag teams get the from me. Sophie says, Chelsea or Tiffany, that would be an interesting choice on who the WWE wants to win out of those two.
yeah, and it might not be those two. Because we do have other broads in that match. Let's look. We have Io Sky. Laya Valkyria, whatever. Naomi.
It's called Womp Womp.
Womp, womp, womp. Naomi. Boo. And then, look at this broad. She's looking like Athena. Is that her name? Athena.
I have no idea.
And then, I didn't put it on here because she hadn't won yet, but that girl that's with Shayna Baszler all the time.
Oh, yeah. Stark.
Yeah, Zoe. Write that on.
Zoe Stark.
Write that down. Put a pin in it. What the? You have a pin over there? Put your John Hancock on there. Do you like how I put the stuff at the bottom?
The results and stuff.
Yeah. And our reaction to it, if we cared or not.
They never did put her name on there, so I have no idea.
Athena versus Jody.
Weirdos.
Main event quality right here.
Oh, Pico's like, oh my god, National Treasure on USA, right? So much better.
There's a National Treasure on CWC right, or GCW right now too. Her name's Athena. Like, how did they come up with this just ridiculous commercials?
At least it's more entertaining than some of the other crap they have, I guess. It's just sad. because sometimes we don't watch like a channel that's around here. So the stuff they have on there, we'll never ever see because I don't live near a place that's on there for. So.
A Whataburger.
A Whataburger. Whataburger! Chris knows what a Whataburger. He goes to a Whataburger.
Hey, there's Nick Aldis's dressing room.
Oh no.
Oh.
Ugh,
Why does she have to be on my TV? Why does she have yellow money on her outfit? That's counterfeit. Oh, that's right, because she's counterfeit too.
She's a loser.
What the?
Why is she mad? Why does her Twitter face look like that? Weirdo. Let's see. Piccolo said that. Sophie said Jay and Tiffany are like the top picks for both matches. Piccolo says, and Charlie's Angels from the 2000s is on. Cannot decide, y'all. Ooh, I know. That's a pretty, do you want to see bad acting or mediocre acting?
Right.
Piccolo's like, I have to Google to see. Ravi's like, pretty
which
dead.
One's which?
Well, National Treasure is like okay acting, but
okay.
Charlie's Angels is bad acting.
Right, Cameron Diaz and what was her name? She was in everything at that time.
Drew Barrymore.
No, the other one, the Chinese girl.
I can picture Lucy Liu.
Yeah, Lucy Liu. Everybody loved her.
I'm like, I can picture her in my head because she's in Kill Bill.
Mm-hmm. She was very popular at the time.
She was. I don't
Ford.
mind Lucy Liu. She's probably out of them. I probably am like, yeah, she's all right. Out of the three of them, then I'm like, yeah, I can handle her.
I like Diaz and the other threesome that she's in. With the dude, and they're all being cheated on.
Is that like the Vegas one or something, or?
No, it's the girl from this. So this is 40, and she's being cheated on by her husband.
Oh yeah.
And then she's being
the
cheated
other
on.
woman.
The other one, yeah.
The other woman. That's actually pretty. She's not bad in that one. I don't mind her in that one. I mean, the only thing I've seen her in a lot of different stuff. I mean, I don't mind Cameron Diaz. She's
she's
awkward
the one in
looking.
Something About Mary, right?
Yeah, she's in Something About Mary. She's also in The Teacher, Bad Teacher.
Yeah.
So she does some good stuff, but
she's just really leggy.
she's kind of awkward looking in some stuff. But yeah.
Into the ropes, pretty deadly. Just double hip toss. 1, 2. Dawkins almost had him right there. B-Fab on the outside, putting on a little bit of weight, which is fantastic for her.
Whatever.
She had all sorts of eating disorders, I think. She had the.
Ravi says pretty dead. That's what they should be renames. And Piquel says Jody threats wiki pages maybe 6 sentences.
That's funny.
You wanna put some more info on there?
Get on there. Say she wrestled Athena at the GCW event.
She's really bad at it.
She looks like Ozzy Osbourne, like now.
Piquel's like, she's massive, yo. Sophie says, do you think SmackDown will go to Netflix after being on the USA Network after the 5 years is done? Who knows?
Say that again.
Do you think SmackDown will go to Netflix after being on the USA Network after the 5 years?
They have to, I believe.
They have to go to Netflix?
That's the contract. After their 5 years is up, they finish their last 5 years on Netflix for that 10-year deal. I'm pretty sure that's the deal that they have.
That they have to put SmackDown on there too?
I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
I know they have to put all their other stuff from other countries on there when their stuff expires.
Well, they better fucking hope Netflix doesn't go out of business.
Well, if it does, it's their fault. They will have to defunk, and then WWE can be sold again.
I don't even want to watch it on Netflix.
You won't.
I don't even want to get Netflix.
You don't have to get Netflix. Netflix is stupid. We'll watch it in Europe. We're going to fly to Europe. I'm going to live in Germany so I can just sound
Don't even
angry all
want to
the
pay
time.
for that crap. They're just upping the price of everything so much it's dumb. Rebecca Chatless in the chat says, just got in. My town's 4th stuff got pushed from yesterday to tonight.
Oh! That's awesome. So you get to watch a fireworks show tonight?
Why?
Because it's a weekend.
Why would that matter?
Because
You
everybody
do the 4th on the 4th. It's Independence Day. It's the day of our nation.
Oh, God.
Why would they move it to another day? Unless there was some kind of, like,
This Athena girl
weather-related issue,
that
which
I
would
made
make
up
sense.
her name. Her top broke, I think, because she keeps trying to keep her tits in. So it's very entertaining.
It's very entertaining.
Look at the power.
Barely.
Oh, my God.
God damn. She almost dropped her ass badly. Anyways, let's see. What do we got? Sophie says it also depends on which ladder match will open the show and which ladder match will go before the main event. Piccolo says Jody must be hot shit if she is number 49 in the PWI Women's 250 and 23.
Oh, yeah, she's something else. Like I said, she looks just like Ozzy Osbourne today. Like, if you Google what Ozzy looks like this afternoon.
Sophie says, who's Jody Threat? Some lady in
A GCW. We're watching it.
the worst whatever they are.
GCW has a pay-per-view right now.
Piccolo says, Whataburger is nom nom. I would imagine it is, Piccolo. I've heard they have really yummy sauce. Piccolo says, but only in the hours of 1 to 6 a.m. when you're drunk as fuck and you're trying to get home. Robbie says, this guy has never watched an England game. If had of, he wouldn't be hyping up 90s of sheer boredom. I'm from the UK and I don't have their excitement for fossil foods football, LOL. What the fuck? Robbie, what are you talking about, sweetie?
You don't watch Fossil Football?
What are you talking about? Are you just randomly spewing out information or something?
If anybody cares about American football, the season starts 2 months from today.
2 months from today.
September 5th.
September 5th.
It's going to be the AFC Championship game all over. The Baltimore Football Ravens going one-on-one with the Kansas City Football Chiefs.
Sophie says, I saw Charlie's Angels 1 and 2. People's like, Lucy Lou, she's
Full Throttle? You watched Full Throttle?
Sophie says, they did reboot Charlie's Angels a couple years ago with Kristen Stewart as the star.
No,
That
they didn't. Did they really?
Not right.
I haven't even heard of that.
Me neither. People's like, to be honest, I used to have a big Cameron Diaz crush. I'm sure a lot of people did. Sophie says, of course, the shows I'm kind of interested in are on streaming services. I don't have Apple TV. Neither do we. People says, like, what's on Apple TV nowadays?
Who has Apple? Like, what is Apple TV? I don't even know what it is.
I don't know.
Is it just a
like
box like
YouTube.
Roku? Or does it actually have stuff?
Sophie says Cameron Diaz was also the voice of Fiona in all the Shrek movies.
Yeah, she did a good job there.
That Jake Gyllenhaal show. Oh, that's on there? That's cool.
Oh, the one where the cancer and the, what's her name, Anne Heche or whatever, Anne Holiday, Anna.
What are you talking about?
The girl that had that disease. It was a pretty good show with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Pickle says I did hear about 1 to 2 shows that were supposed to be outstanding. Right? Also, Colin Farrell is in something Apple. Could Netflix buy Peacock?
They could not.
No, Peacock's
unless
NBC.
NBC wants to sell it to them. But Netflix isn't buying NBC. It'd be cool if they did. But.
Rebecca says weekend and rain. Huh. Interesting.
That's
Weird.
it. Athena might have just beat her. She did. Beat her clean with the pile driver. I'm going to watch it again.
Nice. Piccolo says, who's
watch
the
her
better?
Butt. Watch her butt right here. Watch.
Her, like the threat spot?
Yeah, did you see it? Her whole butt goes.
Piccolo says, who's the better Wilson? Luke or Owen?
Oh, we had this conversation last night.
I'm going to say the volleyball is the best Wilson of them all.
Yeah, I also like the Wilson that was in the Beach Boys better, but I would.
It depends on.
It depends on nothing.
The role.
It's Owen, but Luke is. I like Luke in a few of those movies that they didn't put Owen in. Like,
Wow.
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 Who cares?
Wow.
It's one word.
Wow. Even in his serious roles, he says it. Wow. Wow. He's so weird. So if it's like some people are thinking about doing what you guys did by getting rid of Netflix because they don't have that much fresh content on it nowadays. I don't care. Netflix is fucking garbage shit. They went away from what they were before, and then all these places decided they needed their own streaming, so Netflix didn't have any of their content. So, personally, I think Netflix is garbage because they try to make their own, but it's so dumb. And then if something's really good, they get rid of it immediately.
Shit, Dawkins almost had him.
But that other pretty deadly guy in his flower costume got him.
Delmal? Why are they putting their... worst behavior. This is called worst behavior. Gringo Loco is going up against Galanka something.
I wasn't paying attention, sorry.
Gringo Loco. The crazy white guy.
Crazy whitey pants over there. So it says some people are thinking, oh, I read that one. I'm not a big Wilson fan because I think they're both annoying. Pickle says, I downloaded a playlist of YouTube vids to listen while grocery shopping, and unironically, the Ozzy Osbourne celebrity doc is one of them. Interesting.
That's awesome.
And it's pretty sad at times.
I
could only imagine. Ravi says, Wade
What?
Barrett, he was advertising the England game. Oh, you're talking about Wade Barrett. Yeah, I don't listen to him when he talks.
Unless he says, I've got some bad news, and then I'll listen.
I really don't. I really do not listen to him when he talks. And I don't know if it's the tone of his voice.
It goes in with the music. It just fits.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what it is, because that's it. I mean, it's not like he has, like, an annoying voice or anything. I just refuse to listen. Like, I just don't listen. I just don't hear him when he talks. It's like, So I just don't even listen to anything he says. Pico says, like the daughter Kelly, she talked about how she is triggered and hated the beach vacations due to daddy just apologizing and buttering the kids up after his drunken binges.
What the fuck are we talking?
Ozzy Osbourne's celebrity doc.
I don't know anything about Ozzy other than his wife was cool and he was the Prince of Darkness.
Sophie says, yeah, it's funny. A lot of streaming services are combining stuff. About Carney Wilson. Yeah, that's the other one.
Yeah, I've loved Wilson Phillips.
The Wilson part's way better.
Dream, but if you hold on for one more day.
Robbie
Break
says,
free from the chains.
Dun, 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 dun.
Someday somebody's gonna turn around and say,
Goodbye.
tell me, baby, are you gonna let him hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know? Things will change.
Bridesmaids.
If you hold on for one more day, to hold on.
Oh, jeez.
Oh! What's that?
I don't know what's going on.
It's fine. It's just this. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, maybe you didn't hear me. The 17th time.
Robbie says, I watched the last game last week and nearly slipped into a coma. How bad we were. We were losing 1-0. Then last minute scored and equalizer to then win 2-1 in extra time. England played dross football. Sophie says, Luke and Owen did do a few movies together.
Did they?
What movies? Name them. Piccola says, Sophie bringing out the Wilson Phillips Uno card. And Sophie says, who is the better Wayans brother? Damon, Marlon, Sean, or Keenan?
Keenan Ivory Wayans. Hands down. Not even close. It's...
Why is that, Travis?
I'm gonna get you, sucker. It's the greatest movie ever produced, and it was literally his first one. I love the Wayans brothers, by the way, so it's funny that you brought that up. But obviously, Damon is fun. The other ones aren't as fun, but Keenan Ivory, he's more of a...
I don't even know Sean. I didn't even know they had a Sean.
He's the other one that he kind of looks like Keenan
He's
Ivory.
the other one.
Yeah, he kind of looks... He's like the Billy the Baldwin or whatever. Billy Baldwin.
The other bald one that nobody talks about.
Billy. But,
okay, so that's what I was saying. I only know the three names. I'm like Damon, Marlon, and Keenan.
Yeah. Marlon's okay, but not as good as Damon. And then Keenan isn't as good as an actor as Damon, even though Damon's not that great of an actor, but he is a director. And it's different. He does the behind the things, and that's why they're all famous, is because of him. He put them in their shows. He was the director, the producer, the whole thing of In Living Color. And he paid for that with I'm Gonna Get You, Sucka. And if you haven't seen I'm Gonna Get You, Sucka, I feel bad for you as a human being. It is so inappropriately funny that there's no way you can't laugh because you know who the producer is. It's so all the racism is from him. So all the whites in the movie that are racist, he told them to be, right? Like, he wrote the shit, gave it to him. And it is fantastic.
Piccolo says, I have flipped to Max and then to Netflix, but I normally stay sub to Prime and Paramount and Peacock.
Yeah, you got to stay with
Loyal
Prime.
to the P's, I guess.
Yeah, Peacock, obviously, for the wrestling, and then Prime for the shipping.
I know that they've changed a lot. I guess Amazon Prime, like, people are finding them in their lies a lot, so who knows?
I have not watched anything on Prime in my life, I don't think.
Yeah, we have.
I know, but you know
We
what I
watched,
mean,
like, the Porky's on there.
Like
There
five
was
things, yeah.
Their original movie, a couple of them we've watched on there
yeah,
that
they
were
did have
good.
I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But they did have an original. I forgot about that. Was it a John Cena movie?
I don't remember. Sophie says, I can't stand it's been a while, so that's why. I can't stand the Osbournes. Sophie says, Pickle says, it's unfortunate. I even watched Jackson Ozzy's spinoff reality show. Yeah. Sophie says, that WrestleMania documentary was an interesting hour. I thought it should have gone a little bit longer. Robbie says, Kelly, is she still about? What kind of Kelly?
It's Kelly Osbourne. She was the fat one in the show.
Yeah.
But I think she got skinny. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I only watched that show like twice, and it was like in the 90s, I think. Or early 2000s.
Right. Pickle's like, Bridesmaids, gotta love it. I was like, haha, that's some song. It's Wilson Phillips, bitch.
Okay, first of all, it's not
Robbie.
for Bridesmaids. I grew up listening to that.
Well, we understand that, but...
Like, just because it's in a movie now doesn't mean I didn't know it from my youth.
I understand that.
All right.
Sophie says that documentary confirmed if the Mania main event happened with Roman versus The Rock and CM Punk versus Seth, they didn't have anything for Cody to do. Piccolo says, wow, I wonder how much fight churro it took for this Angel's masterpiece. Sophie says, I watch Max for Friends and other stuff, and Piccolo's like, Damon for me. Sean was the DJ. Then him and Marlon did all the scary movies, White Chicks and Little Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think of him as an actor. I think of Keenan Ivory as the brains behind it. He's the core of the family.
So he says, these are the movies that both the Owens are in together. Zoolander, The Night at the Museum, Meet the Parents, Bottle Rocket. Never seen Bottle Rocket. Night at the Museum, I guess I could see that because I think Owen Wilson was a cowboy.
He is, for
and
sure.
then Luke is like
I can't think of
one
what
of the
he plays.
other groups. I can't remember what other miniature he is, but he's a miniature too, as well. But he's not the Roman guys. He's a different one.
Right.
And then Zoolander, he's the hand model.
No, he's not.
Luke isn't? Who is he in Zoolander then?
I don't know. That's why I'm trying to figure out who he is.
Because Owen was the other guy.
Yeah.
I know for sure who he was in Zoolander.
But I can't.
I swear that Luke was the hand model.
No, that's David Duchovny. He's from...
Oh, that's right. Sorry, dark hair. In my brain, dark hair.
Yeah. No, I know who the hand model is. Because he's like David Duchovny.
Who the fuck was he?
But
Who the
I
fuck
can't
was he
think
in
of
it
who he is in that show.
As Piccolo says, Kim Wayans is like the Janet Jackson parallel. Look at the big brain on Sophie. Yeah, that was some good ones they named.
Yeah.
Bet you Googled it.
Oh, that's fine if she didn't. I still don't know what he played, though, in Zoolander. What was the other one that they said? Besides Zoolander?
Night at the Museum, which I know.
Yeah.
But the one I don't know is Bottle Rocket. I have no idea
I've
what
never
that
heard
one
of
is.
that. These guys ran back and forth like 20 times.
Sophie says Keenan also starred in Living Color, which gave us Jamie Foxx and Jim Carrey. Sophie's like, I did Google it. They started 10 movies together.
He didn't star in it. He wrote it. That was his.
Also started in Living Color.
Oh, started.
That's what Travis said.
Yes.
Travis said that, Sophie, but yeah. People's like, oh, wait, maybe not Meet the Parents. There's no Luke Wilson.
I don't remember Luke in Meet the Parents. But he could be in like 3 or something.
People says, Wes Anderson has had the Wilson Bros in his movies. Yes. Sophie says, with Amazon Prime, sometimes you have to rent a movie. People says, I did watch some Prime originals. She's completely changed. Very skinny. Kelly? Yeah. Sophie says, I watched Disney Plus because of Hulu. And Uncle Howdy in the chat, which is Tyler, says, just stopping by to say hi. And then I will see you Monday. I am currently in the hospital right now because I was involved in a skateboarding action or accident, I'm guessing. The crazy part was I was laughing through the pain. That's very crazy.
Did you break your ankle?
What did you break there, Tyler?
Did you fall on your back?
I'm glad you're alive and didn't, harm yourself too much, I hope. Pickle's like, oh my God, Travis, we know. You were the Wilson Phillips fan club treasurer. We get it. Yeah, he started it when he was 4. Ravi's like, Wayne's brothers, they are hilarious. Sophie says, in Living Color, yes. And Piccolo says, Howdy, the uncle of Howdy. How was your 4th? Sophie says, they also starred in Legally Blonde as well.
Okay, I just watched Legally Blonde, and I don't remember Owen.
I don't remember Owen being anywhere near that movie. Luke Wilson for sure was in it.
Yeah, Luke's the
love interest.
Yeah. But Owen, I don't remember him being in there. I just watched it yesterday.
Tyler says that Piccolo, Puggles and me had a family barbecue. That's good, Tyler. And Piccolo says, awesome. I had some hot dogs, potato salad, watermelon, good stuff. Feels like his spirit.
Here comes Jade Cargill.
Tyler says, broke my wrist and dislocated my shoulder, thankfully on my left side. Yeah, because if it was your right side, you wouldn't be able to wipe your butt. It's definitely not fun. She have foam on her? Was that foam?
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody slips and falls on that. Or is that feathers? Did she just get tarred and feathered? Did she get feathered? What is that?
I don't know what's going on.
What is on the floor?
It was probably the stars. She's a falling star.
Oh.
Make a wish.
Well, it's not on her anymore, so I don't know if it was just foam stuff or what.
Like packing material.
Packing material? No, bubble foam. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, that's why I said hopefully it's not slick, because I was like, as Bianca was coming out, I'm like, hopefully she doesn't slip and fall in it. I was like, hopefully it's not slick out there.
That went from oh. My mind went everywhere.
Well, I'm sorry that you broke your wrist and dislocated your shoulder, Tyler. That sucks,
That's
man.
a great story to tell later when you're not in pain. Just saying. Any tragedy is usually funny. at a somewhere, what do they say? A tragedy plus time equals comedy, right?
Yes.
Humor.
Pico says, LOL, Luke can be my love interest. Woo! All right, Pico. Robbie says, no crowd noise for these two wasters. Sophie's like, Amazon did announce a Legally Blonde prequel series a few months ago. And Pico's like, what? Tyler says, and I wouldn't be able to write. Anyways, night, guys. See you all Monday. Bye, Tyler. Well, hopefully you get better soon, buddy. We'll see you on Monday. Sophie says Luke and Owen also have an older brother called Andrew. Pico says prequel. So, she is selling lemonade on the sidewalk with her chihuahua or something. Sophie's like, do you think Peacock could buy Paramount Plus or Max?
I think Paramount Plus is owned by Paramount, so probably.
You could. Max.
Max is owned by a pretty big company, so probably not.
Pico says chicks love scars. Sophie says there isn't that much news about the prequel. And Pico says I always talk about my paper cuts. I would not be surprised, Piccola. It sounds like something that you would talk about.
I burned myself, and then I had a blister that was way cool, and then I accidentally tore it off, and so now my thumb's deformed.
Ravi says, that's comforting to know. What is it? What's comforting, Ravi? What is it?
That there's going to be a pretty blonde lawyer show prequel. What was it called?
Legally Blonde?
Legally Blonde prequel. Which makes no sense because it wouldn't even be... It would just be her in high school with that dude. They'd be dating the whole time. They were like all happy.
Warner. Piccola says, I bet Andrew is the Cook Wahlberg with the business ventures outside of Hollywood, right, Piccola? Or the other lesser known Baldwin. So it says, I think I have seen the movie Travis talked about starring Keenan. And Piccola says, sure, Ravi has some crazy paper cut stories.
It's the greatest, man.
And Ravi's like, whatever Travis said about tragedy. Oh, about tragedy?
Plus time equals humor or comedy or whatever that word is. There's a word. Jade. Nothing but negative said about her all week in the paper.
Who?
Jade.
What do you mean?
They just said that the back is very disappointed in her because she's really raw.
Oh, really? What paper was it that was talking that way?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we know how much they are really worth anything.
Supposedly higher ups in WWE they don't know what to do with her because she's not very good. Supposedly.
Huh. Who's saying?
My thing is like, who gives a shit? Like, you can take somebody like Andre the Giant and make him a superstar. Andre the Giant isn't known for his technical skills, for fuck's sakes. Change the way you book her.
Mm-hmm.
Have the matches different. It doesn't matter what you do in the ring anyways. Have her just decimate people with power and speed. And don't let girls flex on her.
Yeah. She's a big problem, and now she's got a target.
Oh, so close! Look at me, how far back she is.
She's like, I can't get closer.
Oh. Yeah, you can't have her matched with somebody as shitty as this girl.
Right.
Indie wrestling.
And then expect her to look good.
Mm-hmm.
Or expect her to do good.
She should be gorilla pressing her.
So it says, I always have some cuts that come out of nowhere. And people's like, I flipped to a women's tag match.
Yeah, nothing wrong with this group. Esther's always looking fine.
Well, the other side, meh.
Well, Indy's okay. This girl needs to go. But they don't want to get rid of her because her husband's so great.
I guess. We haven't even seen him, so I don't know what's so great about it,
He's
but
wrestling
whatever.
tonight. Him and his partner.
So it says, I think there are a handful of shows I could watch again. The same goes for movies. People says, I'm dealing with an ingrown hair or something. I know, TMI. You know what TMI would be is if you told us where the ingrown hair was. Like, dealing with an ingrown hair could be anywhere. It could be on your
I
head.
used to get them on my chest all the time.
On your chest, your face. You could get ingrown hairs, like,
On your leg.
lots of different places. So that's why I'm like, TMI would be if you told us where it was. Rob is like, yeah, don't do it. Open letters with your fingers like D. You might cut yourself real bad and go to the ER. Yeah, real bad.
From that show.
Oh, you look like the 4th of July. You make me want a hot dog real bad. People says this is old people nuances gab now. Like, I'm the captain. Oh, my back. Right, Piccolo? So he says, Ciampa have been trying to hit Orton with the RKO in random places and failing. It's funny. Your favorite wrestler, Ricochet, is set to debut in AEW soon. And Pico says, Esther just never wants to tag in Jade. Oh my god.
That's alright.
Sophie says, why do GCW or Impact always hold a pay-per-view against SmackDown? I don't know, because they like to do it on Fridays. Sophie says, I sometimes get ingrown toenails. And Pio's like, well, use your imagination. LOL. Oh, so it's on your ball sack then. Perfect. Sophie says, my mom is in rehab because she fell again this morning. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Sophie.
Jade's not ready, but she needs to beat up Bianca.
Yeah.
Bianca's getting shredded again. Do you see those abs?
Uh-huh. She must be working out with Jade. She found somebody to work out with.
Montez gave it up, so she's like, okay. Jade never given that shit.
Pickle's like, yeah, Friday is their thing. I was like, LT laughing. What are you teaching folks on this channel? Pickle is the one that was talking about ingrown hairs. And it was TMI, so I just figured it was on his ball sack. Was it imperative? Was it imperative?
I don't know if I could form a sentence, so I'm just going to shut up.
What are you trying to form sentences about?
Nothing. Just watching wrestling. There's a reason that
I know, it worked so well. She needs to just be mean. Mm-hmm. They're gonna see you soon. They're the hunted. Oh, that seems like a normal occurrence in these lower, wrestling career people. They just like hump things. They have some issue.
Like Garcia or whatever.
Yeah. So it's Triple H. Sophie says Triple H did confirm in the documentary that he already planning what the Mania 41 matches will be. And then Picola says, are you familiar with the Orphan Black reboot? I'm not, Picola. Sophie says, I haven't seen the original Orphan Black show. And Picola says, so a Canadian hottie by the name of Tatiana Maslany was the original Orphan Black. Now, Ritter. Oh, okay. I don't know these people.
Yeah, you're just naming random names.
Anybody with the name Tatiana, though? I mean, come on.
Tatiana Ali.
Ravi says, was there mini fireworks on the 4th of July? Yes. So if it says Kristen Ritter is the star of Orphan Black reboot. Oh, Kristen Ritter.
Is that John Ritter's daughter? No idea.
Yeah, is that him? Is that his kid? He's totally using you.
So used. Like a diaper.
Ew, gross. Use diapers. People's like, Kristen Ritter is now on AMC on Sundays. For years, I thought she was. But I don't think so. Huh. So it was like, it's a girl. No way, Kristen is a girl?
John Ritter's daughter would be a girl? Weird.
No way, that's so weird. Just want to know if she was related to John Ritter. So I was like, I always thought Kristen was the daughter of John Ritter. Oh, but it's not? Okay, well, good to know. I feel extra smart now. Not really.
Did you get smartened up?
I don't think so. I think I lost brain cells in this conversation.
A-Town down under.
But anyways.
Uh-oh.
So they did a reboot, and now they have some other lady playing a part. Is she as hot as the original girl, or is it blah?
Whoa. What makes you assume they were hot?
Okay, Picola said. So a Canadian hottie by the name of Tatiana Maslany was the original Orphan Black. They have a reboot, and the person who's playing the part now is Kristen Ritter. So that's my question. Are they hot? And And Sophie says his son Jason does look like him, though. And Piccolo says the show had to do with cloning, and it was fun. Like, Tatiana was playing 6 people at once. That's cool. Sophie's like, Tatiana isn't that hot. I don't know. I don't know her. Or them.
She's that girl that's on,
Oh, you already did it.
on, She's Out of My League, the friend.
Oh, yeah, she's not that hot.
I think I knew that if that was her.
Did you?
I think I looked that up before. She's old.
No, that's Kristen Ritter.
What the fuck are we talking about?
I'm talking about Tatiana. I want to see what she looks like.
Well, everybody does. Who's Taunt? How do you spell it? Taunt? T-O-N-T?
She's okay, I guess.
What's it? Oh, wow.
She's like
Tatiana.
interestingly cute.
What was the last name? I think she looks familiar in that bottom left hand.
She looks interestingly cute, I guess you could say.
What? Is she the girl from with the Joan Cusack movie? Let me see her face. Since you won't know her last name.
You can read it on there.
Maslany. And better off dead. No.
Peel's like, apples, oranges and apples. Yep, take a gander. I prefer them to be natural. So it says, I saw Tatiana in something else, like she was guest starring in something. Kristen Ritter was Jessica Jones. I just know her as the friend on a show that She's Out of My League. Peel's like, so you know, there's shows from the 2000s to 10s that have a sci-fi element. Ravi's like, I'm not familiar with celebrities, so you will have to excuse me. Oh, okay. Pickle's like, non-Marvel or superhero. The self-proclaimed. It's that guy.
RKO, Randall, Kevin.
It's like, so you know, there's shows from that have a sci-fi element, not Marvel or superhero. I'm not familiar with celebrities. Sophie said, I think Kristen was in Law & Order SVU. Maybe. Feels like, so did you watch any? Should I bring them up? Heroes, Sliders. I did watch Heroes. I actually liked Heroes.
Was it in the 80s or 90s?
No, it was the early 2000s. 2000s to 10s. So I was like, I watched Heroes. What a weird show. Robbie's like, Marvel, not my cup of coffee. Well, these aren't Marvel. Fringe, huh? No, I never watched a lot of those. That's tomorrow. Randy Orton's gonna beat everybody. He's gonna beat them all up. Did you try to inhale your water? You did, didn't you? You're like, I'm gonna breathe my water. It's like, I'm a fish. Travis, you're not a fish. Sophie says, Fringe, I think I have seen clips of it. Sophie's like, Sliders, I don't remember watching it, though I heard of it. And then Piccolo says, I think I need to put it on my Facebook group. Fringe? You should. You should put it on there. You should put your hands in the air like you don't care. It'll help you. Pickle's like, it's great to brainstorm. It is. I just don't know most of them. I'm not a big sci-fi nerd, so I've never really watched a lot of sci-fi shows and stuff, Picola. So I would be unhelpful. Sophie says Lost is on Netflix now, even though it has been on Hulu for a while. And Piccolo says just shows 20 years ago. 20 years ago shows. Nice. Dirt boogers in your eyeballs.
Yeah, that cough helped.
That's good.
It made my eyes water. I was like, oh, so refreshing.
You're like, not the real way I wanted my eyes to get watery, but as I'm dying. I need oxygen! At least it didn't come out your nose, I guess. That's always a plus. Could have been way worse. People says, I was away for Lost. I never watched it. Never watched one show of Lost. Chris is in the chat, though. Hey, Chris, good to see you tonight. Says, what up, guys? Not much. Chris, how are you doing? Robbie says, I put my hands in the air, but it didn't look any different to them being down. It's because you're short. Pila says, when I got back from Iraq, it was all the craze, and I was so confused. I could imagine. Sophie says there are some shows that are on now that have been around for a long time, for like over 20 years. Some shows have been on before and after 911. Oh, not the 9/11. Yeah, I couldn't tell you, like, shows from 20 years ago. You're lucky I remember shows from nowadays, I guess. People's like, what? Before and after? Yeah, not only were the shows on before 9/11 happened, Picola, those shows continued after 9/11 and weren't canceled because of the terrorist strike that happened. That's now a big conspiracy that it was our own government. I don't know. It's like, what the fuck? Oh my God. Crazy.
The reason is because
I know the footage stuff. I get it. Oh, you're not even talking about that part?
I'm talking about the other building that fell down.
Oh.
It wasn't touched by anything. It just had explosions in it.
So it was like, I only saw like one episode of Lost. People was like, do you have a comfort show? Do I have a comfort show? Like that I just...
A comfort show, a movie?
It could be probably anything. Like a show, like a TV show you watch all the time, or movies that you watch. Like for just the fact that you like them and they make you feel good. Give you endorphin feelings.
Like love.
I don't know about that, but just comfort, I guess you could say.
What is it? Buffy?
No, I didn't start watching Buffy until like way later in life and stuff. You know, I can't really say that I do. And Travis could probably back me up on that because I don't really rewatch movies a lot or shows. I'm just not I don't even know. I can't think of anything that I can sit here and be like, yeah, that's, if I want like to feel comfort and nostalgia and stuff, I put that on or something.
Mine is Dazed and Confused. It got me through some really bad times in my life.
Right.
When I was in junior high. Not junior high, but high school.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And like Liz's Roseanne. You know, it's like, it's just a show that she continuously will always watch over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Right, but it doesn't, it's just a show to watch though. Mm-hmm. And stuff. But with that, like you take how Dazed and Confused made you feel, right? And what it did for you, that's what Roseanne does for Ayla kind of thing.
American Pie 2 helped me through a breakup once.
So like that kind of stuff. But I don't have a show that I watched like in childhood or like young adulthood that I could sit here and say that I watched it so much or continued to watch it throughout my life that I could be like, yeah, that's it. Like, there's stuff I like and I will rewatch it, but I don't go back and watch it over and over. Like, there's people who will watch series like over and 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 over again. Like, just all the time over and over again.
I think I could do it with Harry Potter. Not the movies, but the books.
Yeah, but we're not talking about reading or that. We're talking about a show. Like a movie or a show, kind of thing. So I don't know. I have shows that I like that I will rewatch, but when I am sad or something, I don't go, I really want to watch that show or that movie. Or I have nostalgic type things for other reasons. Like, what was it that I mentioned yesterday? We were watching something and I said something about going to the ranch with my mom.
Yeah, cherries.
Cherries. Food. That's a food thing. Like, I'd gotten some cherries from the store because they're in whatever season. And every year it brings back memories this time of the year.
His mom's in the hospital fighting like hell
to survive something. But it would have been a problem with myself. Is my mama. My mama would have said. But anyways, so like that kind of stuff is what you guys are talking about. I just don't have that with a show. She said it. She said that. She said all that. Let's
sleep in those beds.
I wouldn't fit.
There's 9.
I wouldn't fit. I wouldn't fit. No matter what. Rob is like, you ever seen King and Queens? Or are you talking about King and Queen? I don't remember. I'm guessing you're talking about a show. King of Queens, maybe?
Yeah.
The King of Queens, possibly?
It's alright.
It's not terrible. It has that Kevin James in it.
Kevin James, bitch.
Exactly. Chris says, now my show is fucking up the Twins Night 3 too. Feels like craziness. And Sophie says, my mom, I think, watched Lost. Maybe. Pio says, okay, so my roommate had given me her perspective. And she was never into episodic television. Okay. I mean, that's interesting. I do like shows that are episodes and stuff like that, but
Wrestling.
I don't really enjoy this. Sophie says the Simpsons have been around forever and somehow predict the future. And Chris says, yeah, Dee, I think it's even public record that Bush said we need another Pearl Harbor, aka 9/11. Might be. People said that and says mine, it's probably WWE if we're being honest. I could see that, but it would be more of a nostalgia in the sense of going back and watching old stuff, though, Picola, right? Not like the new stuff, like the old stuff, like during a specific time of your life, things of that nature. Probably brings up good memories, good feelings. So he says, I didn't fully get into Buffy. I started watching Buffy towards the end of it. Picola says, but I think I could watch Fresh Prince and be happy. So it was like Charmed and Beverly Hills 90210 was also good, but weird shows. Pico's like, Sophie, are you into Supernatural? Sophie says, that's sad that you don't have a comfort show or movie. I guess I also don't have a comfort show or movie as well. Peel says, many servers I work with, they love them some Supernatural. Sophie says, Supernatural, no, I've never watched it. I know it has been on like forever.
Yeah, it does.
Robbie's like Supernatural with Jennifer Love Hewitt. No, I think that's called Ghost Whisperer, Robbie.
Or Bones or something.
No, it's Ghost Whisperer. That's Jennifer Love Huge Tits is Ghost Whisperer. Bones is the one that your girl's and is the sister of the other girl.
It's like, she's not my girl.
Piccola question marks, and Sophie
Joey
says, do you
J.
have a
Chanel.
fave cartoon? If I'm gonna say I have a fave cartoon, I do have a fave cartoon. I have probably watched it multiple times, and I could watch it all the time. It's called Invader Zim. It's probably one of my more favorite cartoons. Piccola says, Ravi, that's not it. Right, Piccola? Chris says Kevin Owens with a FTR reality promo. Ravi says best cartoon has to be the Pink Panther. Oh, God.
Best cartoons, Bugs Bunny, anything.
Right. Sophie says Supernatural's been on for 12, 13 years or something like that. And Peel's like,
It's
more like
than
18.
that. Yeah, I was going to say it's way more than that.
And then Peel's like, my bad, 15. Same thing, Piccola. Same. Robbie says, Cole, I'm sure she was in it. Sophie says, so I was kind of close with my guess. Piccola says, I do not like certain comedy shows. I could see that, Piccola. You're a very serious kind of guy when it comes to stuff. So I could see you not liking certain types of comedy. Robbie says, yeah, that's the one. I don't think it was overly funny. Sophie says, I like episodic television shows. People's like, oh, yeah. Attitude Era, anything before Cena. People's like, oh, Bones, that was sort of fun. It was an interesting show. I mean, I don't mind those kind of shows, but they're not comfort shows to me. They're just fun to watch. But not like, ooh, I'm going to watch that show over and 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 over again. Sophie says Bones was a good show. Pico's like, oh, yeah. And Sophie says, I think my favorite cartoon is The Fairly Odd Parents. Pico's like, nostalgic. Maybe Warner Brothers. Yeah, definitely Warner Brothers nostalgia. Pico's like, but then again, I like Rick and Morty. Very adult cartoonish. Sophie says Phineas and Ferb is also my second favorite cartoon. And Ravi says, yeah, Warner Brothers made some good cartoons. They did. They did make some good cartoons back in the day. What you doing?
Chilling.
Oh, what are you doing with your finger?
Cleaning
Nails?
my gross
Oh,
nails out.
okay. Like, what are you doing over there? When I go to my nail appointment tomorrow, I'm going to have her chop off my nails because my index fingers have both now bent backwards. It
Just
hurt.
tell her to take them off at the knuckle.
Right? Don't want any fingers, let alone nails. Just like, get rid of them. They're just long and gross. I hate them. So it says Family Guy got canceled twice in its history. Yeah. Piccolo says my ex had got me into Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That was a hard sell for me, Piccolo. Like, it was on during the, what do you call that stuff at the end of Cartoon Network, Adult Swim kind of stuff. That one I kind of have a hard time with. Chris says, do you like soap opera? Like, I like Young and Restless. No, don't like soap operas. Never really watched those. I could say I have watched soap opera. It was a long time ago when I was younger, like 20-something years ago or more. And I was home a lot during the day. And I was playing video games a lot, but also my mom and I ended up playing video games a lot together during this time. And my mom wasn't the type that really watched a lot of daytime television or anything of that nature. But I was over 18, the youngest kid and at home and, and stuff. And we would watch that one, the hell, Passions. We started watching Passions. And and we only got so far into it, and then we just never watched it ever again.
Right.
Like, it was only when I was home. Like, when I didn't have a job. I didn't have a job for about 5 months, 4 months, or some shit like that. And it was, my mom, it was kind of like a thing we just did together. And then after that, I never watched it ever again. My mom never watched it. So I could say during my lifetime, I've watched a soap opera. got involved with the soap opera enough that you're like, oh, that's an interesting story.
I never liked
That's
them.
weird. And then I'm just like,
But my mom.
but I
watches
never went back to watching them.
every single
Yeah.
General Hospital since
Right.
it started.
Right. That's what I mean, though. Like, I never went back to watching it. Like, it never was something that I'm just like, oh my God, I have to watch that. What happened or anything like that. Just nothing. Just, it's weird to me that people watch those kind of things, I guess. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, no, that's okay. Robbie was like, I do like some British cartoons also. I would imagine, Robbie, you are in Britain, so it would make sense. Pico's like, most of those Adult Swim shows were just fever dream acid trippy content, right, Picola? Like, I think that's my problem, is why I was never a big fan of a lot of the Adult Swim stuff. What? Oh. So he says Supernatural is one of those shows I think about wanting to start watching, but for some reason never pulled the trigger. Sophie, I can only get to about season 5 of Supernatural, and then I can't watch it anymore. I can push it to about season 7, but I cannot watch any more after that. It gets too weird. It's just, it starts to get really weird. And I'm like, once it starts getting to the point where I'm like, this is dumb.
Chelsea's changed.
Wow, I guess she decided she needed to change while she was out there. She's so funny. They're like, you can't wear that out there. A boob might fall out.
They're like,
just in case she gets thrown around. A boob might literally fall out of it. Pico says, what's a British cartoon you would recommend? I mean, yeah, what is a British cartoon you would recommend?
what is a British cartoon?
Right? Do they just have accents? Do they have their own Bugs Bunny? I'm just kidding. Sophie says Adult Swim, it was a hit for a while, but then as time went on, it somehow got worse. Not really, just...
I never watched
You probably
it.
just grew. People grow out of it. Robbie says, if anyone gets a message from me about canned meat, don't open it. It's spam. Picola says, oh, interesting. And Sophie says, a couple years ago, we were going to have a live-action Powerpuff Girls series. That would have been terrible. Chris says, LOL, I will say, D, some Spanish soap operas, aka novellas, are entertaining. It's only because they yell at each other all the time.
And they could care less about how good of an actress they are. They find the prettiest fucking women on the planet.
Yeah. And then they're like, okay, you're going to be in this soap opera.
Now yell.
Now yell.
I don't even know where they find these women. I don't know if they're from Spain or Mexico, or I honestly don't know where they find them. But they're like, what's her name? Gloria?
Oh, yeah.
All of them. Like,
yeah.
where do you find 15 Glorias?
Sophie says, me and my mom started watching Cold Case, and we tried watching CSI, but couldn't watch it after the first 5 minutes.
Just watch another 48 or whatever that show's called.
First 48.
First 48.
Yeah. Chris says, oh, yeah, Chelsea Green. Pico's like, it's a rematch. Sophie says, I'm surprised Supernatural made it to 15 seasons. Thought it would be over one of those 5-season shows. And Chris says, Bailey doing her job making Piper look like $1 million. Robbie says, I would recommend Count Duckula, Danger Mouse, Banana Man. Are those 3 different ones, or...
Count Duckula, I'm pretty sure I've seen.
Pico's like, Count Duckula. That's right, Count Duckula. Danger Mouse, Banana Man. Sophie says, does Dexter's Laboratory count as a British cartoon? Probably not. Picola says, Count Duckula. And if Sophie says The Boys pretty much has almost like a Supernatural reunion on it. Picola says, great question. I'm going to find 15 Glorias too for a friend.
Right.
Chris says, LOL, I like some Cartoon Network messages like Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, Johnny Bravo was the last new cartoon I ever watched in my entire life. Like, I remember when it came out, I was in high school. And since then, I've never watched a new cartoon. Like, oh, that's new.
Yeah.
I mean, except for, like, Caillou and shit, because I had a kid.
Right.
Or Powderpuff Girl, or whatever. Not Powderpuff. the
Powerpuff Girls were way
Teletubbies.
before. I was gonna say,
And then there was the Caillou, and then there was Dinosaur Train, and there was something else.
are those all like PBS ones and stuff
Yeah.
like that though? Yeah, we're
It's all
talking like,
Real ones.
I mean,
get it.
you're talking like Cartoon Network and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Those type of cartoons, like the Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory, all Johnny Bravo. Those were all like Cartoon Network ones.
Yeah, I watched Johnny Bravo.
Or some of the old school Nickelodeon ones, like
I think you better know.
The Fairly Odd Parents and
Yeah, no,
Courage the Cowardly Dog, stuff like that.
was that a dog that just shook all the time?
Yeah, they lived out in the middle of nowhere.
I don't. I just. It would be the dog. It would be the only way you'd be able to explain it to me.
Or,
Not what it was
as Sophie
about.
says, are people forgetting Cat Dog or Cat Dog, I guess. That was a weird Nickelodeon one. They were a cat and a dog put together. Like,
Cat
that was
Dog.
how they were born, and they were called Cat Dog.
Reminds me of something that would be on TV around that time. All my sister's friends used to ask questions like that. If dogs and cats had a kid, so it makes sense that one of them graduated to drawing TV shows.
Probably. I don't know. Sophie says I like Danny Phantom. Huglo says I don't know the hype about Bob's Burgers.
I like Bob's Burgers.
I actually don't mind Bob's Burgers. I could get why you don't get the hype about it, because I was the same way. I was like, why do people say that this Bob's Burgers so good? Like, it's like that Archer. Like, I've heard people say how good Archer is. I've never watched one of them. But I could see where people come from saying that it's good. It's probably just the type of humor.
So here's the thing.
But
So Archer was recommended to me by a buddy, and I was like, oh, I'll probably watch it because he's really good. He's got good taste and stuff. Mm-hmm. He also likes Letterkenny, which I've never seen either.
right?
But then my sister said it was good. And when the second she said it was good, I was done. I was like, nope, there's no fucking way I'm watching that.
Archer?
Yeah. Because I know that she doesn't like comedy. And so I was like, ugh, that means it's not comedy. There it is, right at the tippy top. Way better outfits, covering some of that misshapenness that she has.
Our little shorts down there.
Just, yeah, the weirdness shape of her.
Ravi says Count Duckula is quality, has some great stories, defo more adult than kids show. Most cartoons are, Ravi. Pico says, but I did like, who's that spy cartoon? The Bird Lady? There's a spy cartoon with a
Well, there was
bird
the
lady?
two crows that were spies.
Sophie says, wasn't there talk of like a live action Johnny Bravo series at one point? I have no idea, hon. So he's like, are people forgetting Cat Dog? And then Chris says, Tiffany Green time. People says, oh, I get it. They just have all the competitors popping up. Yeah, it's for the money in the bank stuff, right? And Pico says, oh, Archer is great. Sophie says, Bob Burgers, don't they have a movie coming in theaters this year or next? Don't know.
They had one last year.
Yeah. Pico says, but yes, the same dingbat humor. Yes, Sophie, it's already out. Sophie says, I have never seen an episode of Bob's Burgers. It looks funny, though. Robbie says, oh, great. It's thundering in the UK. Oh, no, you're going to get a rainstorm. Sophie says, oh, I haven't seen the commercials for it, so I don't know if the movie was out already. And Chris says, yeah, loved cover-up conservative women. Love covered-up conservative women.
Like Chelsea Green right now.
Oh, great. It's the quitter beating up Chelsea Green. I don't know. Okay, Pico, I'm going to tell you this. Like, you'll never know if you like anything unless you give it a chance, right? So I wasn't sure I'd like Bob's Burgers. And the only reason why is because so many people talk about it. I'm the type of person that says if too many people say it's good, I'm kind of like, meh.
Yeah, I didn't watch it at all. Like, I wasn't interested, and she started watching it, and then I just started laughing.
Yeah. So I just gave it a try and was like, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to try it out. And I'm like, this is actually pretty funny.
Tiffany drops down on everybody. Piper Niven with the big splash.
But I've
King
seen
Kong Bundy style.
But I've seen previews of Archer, like on, the TV station, and it's pretty good.
Nobody was home. Who was it? What was it?
Archer, like some of the little quip previews that you see of it and stuff. Oh, Piper. her.
Yeah, she's not on Bailey's level.
All right. So it's like, I know The Simpsons is going to have a second movie coming out at some point. And Pico's like, Chris, blink if you've been kidnapped. Because that ain't you, fool. I know, right?
Family Guy's good. American Dad's probably decent. There she is.
Oh, Miss Nye out there.
Naya
Giving her the old
drops-
1-2.
drops the leg.
So this is, remember when Family Guy and The Simpsons did a crossover episode that was funny? It seemed like they were setting up for more crossovers between the two. Feels like, yeah, me and my mom were surprised about the Only Murders in the Building show. That's one of them. That is actually when I started watching. I need to go back and watch it because it was actually pretty good. I was surprised too. I didn't think it was going to be any good.
Hey, is there a season 2 of that one with what was her name?
The one with the school?
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to know if that one, yeah, because that one was good too.
What's her name? Peyton something?
Yeah. I can't remember her name,
She was in...
she's dead in the school or whatever.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah,
Reckoning?
it's that one.
Wasn't she just in NXT?
I don't know. I don't know what she's doing, but whatever. Robbie says, does anyone remember a cartoon on MTV that had a guy with a big head that had an alien in it? I think it was called The Head.
Kind of. Sounds very
I never
familiar.
watched MTV, so I wouldn't know. Chris says, damn it, Yokozuna bomb. Okay, thank goodness stopped by the bird lady. I would rather have Yokozuna bomb by Green or Tiffany. Lyra Valkyria. She stopped it. That's funny. Feels like that was a long time ago. But yeah, The Head. Feels like we given it a shot. Yeah, that Only Murder in the
Ren and
Murders in the
Stimpy
Building was pretty
good back in the day.
right?
Pinky and the Brain. I think those were both Nickelodeon shows, and I didn't watch Nickelodeon.
What was the first one?
Ren and Stimpy.
Oh. Yeah, it might have been. I don't know. It probably was. And so he says, me and my mom watched Only Murders in the Building. It was funny, and I'm not surprised how good it is regarding the cast. I don't really care about the cast. I don't think the cast really makes it, because I've watched some non-people I didn't know and stuff that's been really good, so. But I only watched, like, the first season of it, so I haven't seen, like, the next ones. But I can't remember the name of that show. School something. School death.
Yeah. Peyton Royce? Peyton. That's definitely not Peyton Royce. That's a wrestler.
So this is Hulu and Netflix do like to cancel shows out of nowhere, though. They do. Right when they start getting good, they
Peyton
cancel.
List is her name.
Peyton List?
Yeah.
Like
And it was...
List?
Yeah, List. I mean, it might not be spelled like that, but...
How it's spelled. I guess she was on Cobra Kai.
Huh.
School Spirits. That's what it was called.
That's what it was. Is there a part 2? Or did they just say fuck it?
They confirmed a season 2. But we have to remember that, you know, that was like late last year.
What? I thought it was like in 2020.
It was in 2023.
Really?
But it was like, yeah, it was released in like March of 23. But we didn't watch it until like later, I thought, but maybe not. So, yeah, that one wasn't too bad.
No, shoulder hurts. Joey Janela's on GCW. He's getting a standing ovation. Look at him. He's about ready to turn this bitch out.
Somebody says Hulu and Netflix like cancel shows. Chris says, oh yeah, tonight Rampage will be Mariah May versus Anna Jay, I think. Somebody says, you didn't know Steve Martin and Martin Short before Only in the Murders in the Building? Yeah, I knew him. And a lot of other things.
I know Martin Short. Who's the other one?
Steve Martin.
Oh.
Piccolo says, do you remember a show that had them singing like a playlist?
Those two? No.
Huh. A show that had them singing like a playlist. Huh.
Something Wanda, maybe? Fish called Wanda?
No. Like a show, like a TV show.
Oh.
So if it says you mean School Spirits, it's Paramount Plus exclusive and it's for some reason on Netflix. Yeah, it happens. But I was like, oh, is it any good? Yeah, that's another genre. Yeah, I liked the School Spirits. It was actually kind of interesting. Had a really interesting twist to it. Very interesting twist. It only has like 8 episodes or some shit, though. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what it said is 8. So it goes by pretty quick. But it wasn't bad. Like, the storytelling is really actually pretty good.
This is a big dude he's wrestling tonight.
He's got to fix his pants. He's like, I gotta retie my pants, buddy. Let's see. People's like, yeah, that's another genre, right? So it says, have you watched Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone? That is another good show. Nope.
You know, no, because it has Sylvester Stallone in it. I have a hard time with him.
I have to agree. Sorry.
Only show I like with him is like Rocky 3 and 4. Cobra was alright. Alright.
I couldn't even tell you a show that I like him in. Like, I seriously couldn't even be like, yeah, that's a show. I like him in that show. Like, I guess maybe
Rambo
that new
2
one.
is good.
That new one he did where he's like a weird guy who has some kind of superpowers or something. But he's like a bad guy, but the kid's like, oh,
yeah,
I love
remember
him.
something about that.
I mean, I guess that one was okay, but I don't know.
I don't like Rambo 1, but it's not necessarily because of him. I just don't like how it escalates. Like, what the fuck? That was the craziest show ever.
Right? Like, all of a sudden they're like, we hate you because you're a Vietnam
Wanderer.
veteran. How dare you?
I don't want you in my town. And then all of a sudden they're trying
Now
to
they're
kill
trying
him.
to hunt him down like he's a deer.
But part 2 is great when they take him over to the jungles and kind of let him go.
Yeah.
That one's good. I like part 2. Part 1's weird.
Pico says, while I had Netflix, I watched the teen drama shows. Yeah. Pico's like, oh, yeah, long-time SNL alumni. Oh, I had found it. Nice. Sophie says Steve Martin and Martin Short are 2 out of the 3 amigos. Yep. Yeah. And Robbie says Ren and Stimpy was crude. Of course it was.
With Chevy
Chris
Chase.
says, yes, that hurricane barrel fucked up Jamaica. Saw footage on YouTube. It's coming to us here in Texas now. It's regaining strength and will be probably a cat too. Well, we need some rain. They advertised that fucker as being a cat 5.
Well, it probably was there.
Was it a cat 5 in Jamaica then?
But
So-
when it gets into the Gulf, it always powers down.
So he says, I didn't see that twist on Skull Spirits coming. Piccolo says, were you not a fan of Demolition Man? That one is good to me.
No, I know what you're talking about, but no. Like I said, I have a really hard time with him.
So he says Sylvester Stallone, I'm okay with him. And Chris says, don't know about Skull Spirits, but do you know about Nirvana, aka Smells Like Teen Spirit song? Yeah.
Sure do.
Totally. We're talking about TV shows, Chris. Pico's like, certainly it triggers the vets. Oh, I'm sure it does. Chris says, oh shit, tomorrow night, Yelich versus Otani for some baseball, huh? So he says, I don't think I have watched Rambo 1 or 2. Appeal says Cat 2 is pretty tame. I would think so, but I mean, I guess for some places, but they're used to getting that shit, so they should be pretty,
In the Gulf, yeah.
Yeah. So the thing of it is, why I'm asking about Jamaica and how bad it was is because I saw some people show some video of it after they were at a resort in Jamaica on vacation and they shoved them all into a place to stay like a convention center and had everything boarded up. And when they came out, it wasn't that bad.
Gilligan's Island, they strapped themselves to trees.
like, the whole place wasn't, like, completely decimated or anything like that. I'm just like, and I was like, was it supposed to be, I mean, they were saying it was a category 5 and all this shit. And I'm just like, oh my God, those poor people. And then they showed the after, and they're just like, well, we're just doing some cleanup. They're like, some leaves. And I'm like, okay. Chris says, I hope these dipshits don't win the titles. Sophie says, as long as it doesn't hit Florida, I'm okay with the hurricane. Whenever hurricane hits, we usually don't get hit that much. Yeah.
Yeah. Where you're at, it's usually calmed down.
Well, I don't know where Sophie's at in Florida, if it's on the inside with the Gulf or...
Is she in Tampa? I thought
Or
she was
on the
in
outside.
Tampa for some reason.
Maybe.
That's
might
on the
be in
inside.
Tampa.
There's a totem on the beach and it keeps them away.
Chris says, yeah, lots of people were still smiling after the hurricane came through. It was another island somewhere in the Caribbean before Jamaica. Pico says, hurricanes are fine. Just be mindful about the tornadoes.
Yeah, those ones are different. More concentrated.
Tornadoes are kind of more scary. Well, they're all scary.
What did you call it?
A tornado?
No, the Bay Area.
What Bay Area? What do you mean?
You called that something. I want to hear what you called it.
I don't know what you mean.
Where the island was?
Jamaica? Are you making fun of me?
I just want to know how you said it.
I don't know. How am I supposed to say it?
There's 2 different ways.
I know. I probably said Caribbean.
You did. I call it the Caribbean.
Oh.
But Caribbean works.
What's the right way to say it? I don't fucking
I
know.
don't know. Pirates of the Caribbean is the movies, but the Caribbean Cruise Lines are the name of the company.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. What are you? How are you supposed to say it? Tell me. Tell me now. People's like, wow, it didn't bother me. Travis is really weird about some stuff. Like, every once in a while I'll say something and he'll just pick it up and be like, oh, that's how we're saying it?
I'm cool with it. Like, the wrestler.
Try not to say his name that way anymore.
Why? I like it.
Because
Mr. Alexander.
it's Cedric.
I call it Cedric. Cedric's fine, though. And then what's the name of your lotion?
What lotion?
Right there. It's on the top.
Aloe vera.
Loa. I don't like to tease it, though, because I don't want it to not be said. So I don't bring it up. I call it aloe vera. But obviously it doesn't look like it's aloe vera. Because there's no A in it.
Well, there's no aloha in it either. Aloe vera.
Well,
Aloha.
yeah,
Aloha. Chris says pirates. LOL. I was like, is this the main event?
Hell yeah, it is.
It is, I hope, because it should be done. But it's probably not. They're probably going to have something after this, too. I don't know. Pico says this is an underwhelming show so far. It's a go-home show. Of course it's supposed to be
It's just
underwhelming.
been fun because we've been talking, all of us, about stuff. So when you guys are all in here and we're all conversating, the show goes by quicker.
Well, that, and if it's not about wrestling. Just kidding. Walter is now in the chat for a second. Says, hi, Travis. Hi, Daphne. I saw Despicable Me 4. It was a good movie. Okay, bye. See you Saturday for WWE pay-per-view. All right, bye, Walter. We'll be here tomorrow for the Saturday pay-per-view.
At 7 p.m. your time.
It changed. It's an hour earlier than we told you. Sorry. It's at 7 p.m.
You can hang out with us an hour longer.
The pre-show's on before that, but the main show starts at 7. Robbie's like, go home show. The wrestler should have stayed at home. Yeah, like Kevin Owens.
Kevin
His
Owens.
mom's sick.
Mom said no.
She's in the hospital, and she's like, no, you have to go fight.
Everybody there said he could go, except for his mom. Poor Joey Janela in this knockdown drag-out fight. Are they fighting with, like, two? What is that? Like a wooden table? A door? Is that a door?
I have no idea what that is. Some kind of flat object.
It could be a table that has no legs. But like a door.
I think it's like just a door. Yeah, it's just a hollow door, probably.
No, that's a solid core wood door. Because I feel like if it was hollow, it would break.
Well, it's going to break all right.
There he goes.
He's
Joey
gonna-
Janela off the top.
He's going to get splinters in his butt. See? Told you it was hollow.
1, 2.
Yeah.
No. The big man.
Hollow.
out.
Hollow. Hollow. Hollow.
Joey Janela.
Piccolo says, I didn't bother to grab food yet. Yeah, me neither.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely hollow.
Well, that's dumb.
He hit him with the coup de grace off the top rope. What's so dumb?
Yeah, kicked me out of my stuff, I
What
guess.
is that? That's a cool logo. Is that a food place?
Yeah, it's Wingstop.
But. So is Beavis and Butthead back on? Fuck you. Huh,
Yeah, it's on
Beavis
Comedy
and Butthead is
Central.
back. On parole.
On parole.
Holy. That's tight.
Bless you. Are you sure?
Oh. Feels good. I think I'm the only person in the world that just loves sneezing. I feel like that Stepmom Alien show.
Right?
Is that what that one? The sneezing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She sneezes finally, and they're like, what?
Well, they snows. Remember? One of them. The god that was going to destroy him.
Oh, yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
they're like, what was that? Dispatch. We have a problem.
Nicholas said that. And Robbie says, what's that? What's that? TP for the butthole. It's bunghole.
Cornhole.
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 TP for the bunghole. She says sluts. Picola says, I think I will be playing cards with neighbors tomorrow. But yeah,
What?
I do want to watch Money in the Bank.
Well,
Well, I guess you'll have to do both. You'll have to make them watch Money in the Bank and play cards.
and be on the phone with us.
And they'll be like, what? And you'll be like, yeah, bitches.
Join these guys. We talk about all sorts of crazy shit. DIY. Do it yourself. Oh! Plus, we can do some fantasy booking.
Fantasy booking. Oh, that's sad.
Oh, no. Is your thing broken? Why is it sad? It's just like a not even a paragraph.
Okay, that's sad.
Is it not available in your area?
Supposedly.
Maybe you're just got your GPS off or something.
I have my location on.
Okay. Right hand after right hand. It's a double axe handle. Get him, Theory! Ouch.
Oh, I had to put the whole address. That's why. I'm like, why isn't it working? That's silliness and stupidness. People's like, I did pick up a People's Magazine movie trivia book today. Ooh, wow.
You know, I bet it's going to be awesome. I'm down for that. My only problem with it is it's not old enough. I have all sorts of old-fashioned trivia stuff. Like thousands of, what's that game called? Trivial Pursuit? From, like, its inception. Like, all of them.
That's my obsession, but yeah. I
saying
collected
it's
them,
fair.
but yeah.
All sorts of expansion packs and from, like, the 60s. Which would just kill me. 'Cause I know nothing. If it's not about Gilligan's Island, I don't know.
Like, I have no idea what's
I
happening.
Dream of Jeannie? No. Yes, Dream of Jeannie, I could do the other one. Bewitched? Nope. Joey Janela just got beat by this short redheaded dude. Janela lost.
People, I was like, I will probably mention some stuff. What kind of stuff you gonna mention?
I'm down. Yeet in the bank. That's what I need.
You heat in the bank.
This. Your brother has one of these, I think. Should borrow it. Look how fast.
For a painting?
Yeah, to do that downstairs.
Ow.
Because I can't reach. I'm like, how am I going to put my ladder in here, sideways, upside down? It's fine.
Just get you an extend pole.
It'd be different if I didn't have to do the ceiling, but I have to get up there to tape. Or something. Joey Janela got upset. Started cheering him.
Oh no, not the chairs.
Is this 2 out of 3 falls? Why are they still in the ring? Oh, that guy has a mic.
Oh, he's yakking at him.
Who wants to talk? He's
He's
like, let me talk to you.
Like, we gotta have conversations.
I'm bigger and stronger than you. I'm the future. You're the past. Hey, that's Mojo Rawley.
What? He's a madman.
That's Mojo Rawley.
That's
Rawley.
Mojo.
Yeah, I didn't even
funny.
notice until I saw his face. That was Mojo Rawley.
That's funny. Rob is like, quick match. What's easier to clean off a pan? Burnt cheese or egg?
Egg.
Egg.
I mean, obviously, if you have one of those super nice pans, they'll both just slide off. But I've seen it on an infomercial. Somebody burnt cheese and it just slid right off.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that's real, I don't know. You would think cheese would come off easy because it's like oil. But it doesn't. Cheese is a motherfucker.
It is.
The
It really is. You get it cold.
That's that. Paranormal. You should go to that.
Cold. You want to get it cold.
Yeah.
You get the cheese cold and then it'll come off. Pickles like nonstick pans, I hope. Yes, nonstick pans.
Yeah. But you can take any metal pan and make it nonstick if you heat it until water dances in it. And then you don't want to get it too hot to where it just evaporates. You want the dot to dance. And then you pour oil in it. And then you can cook. But you have to get it right at that. You don't want it too hot, because if it's too hot, it'll just evaporate, and that burns your oil.
True.
So you have to find that where you just drop 1 drop of water and it dances. That's exactly what it does. It makes even that same noise.
Robbie says, never use the metal utensils on a nonstick pan
Fact.
in front. Oh, Lord. No, don't do it. It's true. Don't.
They have new toilet paper now. They have wavy rip-offs instead of a straight line. They've reinvented the toilet paper because it was broken. This dude's name's Charles Mason.
Huh. That's weird.
Not Manson. Mason.
Robbie's like, not in front of Asians. Why would you use metal utensils on a nonstick pan?
I love it. He takes the guy's hat and threw it.
I would hope that nobody does that.
Oh no, my sister has done it. Not to my stuff, but at Jeff's mom's house. Dr. Burkett.
Yeah.
She was cooking in the kitchen with a spatula and like tore up her pans.
Oh, no.
She's like, then I learned you're not supposed to do that. She talked to me about it afterwards.
Oops.
So who knows how much those pans cost.
Right.
But she's like, then I learned, and so now I don't do that anymore. So now she just stirs shit in a pot with a fork. I'm like, that's not better.
That's not better. That's not better.
That's actually worse. It's sharper.
It's like, it's fine. Forks are fine.
In your nonstick pan.
It's fine.
Look at this fucking guy.
weird. Robbie's like, you'd be shocked who does. Oh, I'm not shocked at who does it.
No, trust me, I want those non-stick pans that are for metal spatulas, which the hex clad are supposed to be that way. Have a set of them out in the shed. Never opened them.
Stop.
What? It's been 2 years. It's fine. We can joke about it now. Okay, it hasn't been 2 years. But it'll be 2
People's
years
like,
on
I
your
would
birthday.
cringe.
Not to mention, I'm pretty sure it's not healthy for you to eat the non-stick stuff.
Yeah, it's not.
Like if you stir it into your food and then you're eating Teflon, it's like,
Yummy.
what is that extra spice?
Some extra flavor. Add a little bit of spice.
It's Teflon.
It's like people using the old Pyrex bowls that are made of lead. People freak out and they're like, it adds a little bit of spice.
It'll add some flavor, really good flavor.
It's not. People think it's like, oh my God, you're totally like just chewing on the ceramic or something. It's like, come on, people, stop. Like,
I didn't even know they had lead bowls. That's cool.
yeah, they're ceramic bowls, but it's the glaze on them have lead.
Nice.
Yeah. There's no way that you have enough lead seeping into your food from it that would consider or cause even remotely close to lead poisoning of any kind.
Right. The acceptable amount of lead, though, is 0.
That's funny.
I'm just saying. But you'll get more than that from eating a fish. You know what's always been funny to me is you can't shoot your shotgun near water, right? And so if you're duck hunting, then you have to use what they call steel shot.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a thing. But you have to have a special barrel to shoot steel shot. They'll put a sleeve in your old-fashioned one so you can shoot steel shot, so you can go duck hunting. But most people use lead for fishing, or for, not fishing, sorry, for pheasants and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then steel for ducks, because it's the law. You have to have steel. Yet, you can go out fishing in the same water. You're going to have new tag team champions right here. Oh, no. He would have tapped. They're going to tap together. That's so dumb. They don't care about the tag teams at all. Anyways, it happened. But yet, you can go fishing and use lead fishing weights
Uh-huh.
to keep your shit down, which always snags and you always break them off in the water.
Sure.
That's okay.
Chris says, are you fucking shitting me? These ass hats are new champ. And Pika's like, lame. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me any. We knew it was going to happen at some point. These little tiny men have to win at some point. I don't know why anybody's surprised that these guys won.
I don't know what this is, but it looks fun as fuck. It's like just a balloon house. Yeah, it was a motorcycle, buddy. Gotta get my motorcycle run. I need a battery.
Uh-oh. Really?
Yeah, I tried. Charging it didn't work. They're not even close to the best tag team in WWE. Oh. It's over. Just kidding. It's over.
Well, of course it's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
Wrestling is over! Go home!
Over.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. It's a shame Triple H has got his grummy hands on this tag team division. all over it, but maybe he likes these little boys. Vince McMahon did. He likes Shawn Michaels. We did read about that, so it makes sense.
That's funny.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
From Trust Me, Bro.
From Trust Me, Bro.
Ugh. Oh, bloodline.
Oh no, the Bloodline's giving us a message.
Tell me what it is, because I don't have my earpiece in.
That makes him the tribal chief. He's holding onto it.
This plastic thing.
This isn't what he wanted. This is what his family needed.
Some plastic.
Roman Reigns wasn't man enough to do it.
To get rid of Paul E dangerously. It is what was needed. Paul E's gross.
Yeah. Our legacy against his legacy. Because he is the tribal chief now. He's going to take back stuff. He's going to take it back from Cody because Cody's a lame-o.
That's not happening, but good for him.
Oh, he can try and take it from him.
Cody should take over the bloodline and spank all these guys.
He's coming for him.
Well, good. That'll be a good SummerSlam match.
He is going to acknowledge him. He said Cody's going to have to. He
Well,
said it.
Shut
Oh,
up.
he's going to wear his necklace some more.
Acknowledge him. Acknowledge the jobber that's never won an important match in his career. That's what I always say.
I just feel like every time they have their fingers up like that, they're like, let's stick them up our buttholes.
Our
Sticking them
buttholes.
up the buttholes.
Oh, holes, not the coals.
No, holes. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow for Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Remember, I guess it starts an hour earlier than it has before in the past.
That's the match.
So it will be starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time for the actual pay-per-view. And, of course, they have a pre-show before that. Don't know if the pre-show, if they're going to have matches on there. We will not be here for those, even if they do. We will just be here for the main stuff that starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we will see you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good week.